Lovely. So here we go. Bands again. Last time for this week. We're going to start off with them in our warm-up as well. So if you have a little tread onto them, yeah, and get yourself nice and straight. So thinking about that posture, knees are nice and relaxed, stretching up through the back of the neck, lifting up high and opening out wide across the front of the chest. Have a little draw in through your tummy, just have that normal roll backwards and forwards, feeling where the middle is. And if anybody's got shoulder issues that they get a little bit worried about, then go steady with the bands. Let's find that mid position. From there, okay, we're going to have a little breath in and raise our shoulders, and a breath out. And again, breath in and breath out. And then with one shoulder, have a little roll round, loosening it off. We're going backwards, opening out that chest. 2 more. Good, stretching up, and then the other one. Reaching round. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then both arms. Shrugging them up and back. 3, 2, 1. And a little reach down one side. Pull up with the rope the other side or the band. Come back to the middle. And round the other side. This time with a little knee bend as well. So a little knee bend and a stretch. Coming back up. Knee bend and a stretch the other side. Coming back up. Once more each side. Reaching and down. Last one. Trying to stay nice and straight. As if you're sliding between a pane of glass. From there, just a little squat and a reach forward. No tension necessarily on your bands. Drawing in, reaching forwards and back. 2 more. Drawing in through that tummy as you go. And now we're going to add a little bit of resistance. So as you go down, we're going to do a little bicep curl. And come back up. So you might feel it a little bit more through the legs as you do it now. You're pushing against that band. And up. Keep going. 3, 2, last one. Down we go. Coming back up, standing up nice and tall. One arm forward, one arm back, and a little twist through the body. Back to the middle. Other side. Back to the middle. Keep going. To the middle. And again. Once more each side. Last one. Coming back into the middle, checking on that posture, engaging through that core. And we're going to turn the hands so that the palms face backwards and do a little pulse backwards, straight arms. So those of you, when we've been doing it in sitting, when we do our chariot racing, this is our beating our arms backward movement, working on those bingo wings at the back of our arms, our triceps. So keep going for another 3, 2, 1, and relax. Breath in, breath out. Have a little roll down, leave the band down there, stretching out all the way to the floor. Gradually bring yourself back up, restacking. And from there, float those arms up nice and light now. Arm openings, twisting round, coming back in. Lengthening through that neck, make sure the shoulders stay down. Can it rise up by your ears. Round to the other side. Coming back. Last one. Coming back into the middle. Big stretch up. Reaching up towards the ceiling. Stretching out those sides that have just worked. 3, 2, 1. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Chin on chest, have a little roll down, curling up. A little bend of the knees if you need to, so you can get a good stretch through that low back. And then slowly, slowly, slowly back up. Healing ourselves up and open. Down we go again. This time try and keep those knees nice and straight so that we get a bit of a hamstring stretch. So you might not go down as far, it doesn't matter. Weight towards the front of your feet, towards the balls of your feet. Stretch those hips up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Oh, excuse me, come back up. With this last one, we'll then go down onto the mat. So chin down, big reach down. At the bottom, take a nice deep breath in. On the breath out, go a little bit deeper. Big old stretch. And then we're going to go down to the mats and have the band around one of your feet. Normal starting position. So I'm just going to do a little bit of squiggling around here, making sure everybody can see us. Good, eh? So, into our normal setting up position. We've got band around one of our feet. Feet and knees bent up, well, knees bent up, in line with the hips. Relax down through the chest. Gently drawing through the tummy. Flattening out that low back. And then gently, gently roll back the other way. So we're arching through that low back. And back down again. So our normal setup routine. Weight even through both sides of our bodies. And then find that midpoint. So if you think about those hip bones, those pelvic bones, they're pointing up towards the ceiling. In that mid position, we're working the muscle between them, drawing you in. Come up into a single tabletop with that rope around one foot or that band around one foot. From there, we're going to reach away. We're going to do our one leg stretch for 6. So stretching out on that diagonal, coming back in. And again, as you stretch out, make sure you keep centered through the middle. Weight even through both shoulders, both sides of your back and your bottom. Coming back in. Pushing out. You can make it harder work by shortening your ropes or your bands, or making it easier by lengthening. Last one coming up, we're going to lead this leg out. From there, we're lifting and lowering, so take that foot right down towards the ground, trying to keep control through the middle, don't arch up, and then we lift up as far as our hamstrings allow us. Reach back down, coming back up, stretching back down again, and coming back up. 3 to go. Really push down, engaging through the tummy and the bottom. You'll feel your thigh working as well. Last 2. And last one. Reach down. Then come halfway up. Still keeping it straight. We're going to go into our one leg circle. So we're taking out to the side. Down towards the floor. And up towards the ceiling. As big a circle as you can control. So as you go out to the side, you're going to want to roll over. Stay nice and flat if you can. Or make the circle a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller. Up we come. 2 to go that way. Last one. Drawing in. Round we go. And then circle back the other way for 4. Up towards the ceiling, down towards the ground in the middle. Out we go and up, down. I've lost count. I think we've got 2 left. Here we go. Last one coming up, and then that leg gets a rest. Round we go. Back up to the top, bend the knee, lower it down and swap over onto your other leg. Okay, so check out that starting position. We're centered, we're balanced, drawing in gently through the middle because you can forget that a little bit when you're doing the band. So keep checking it. Come into your single tabletop. And then from there, let's reach away for our one leg stretch. Coming back in. Shortening the band if you want a bigger workout. So if you've got a stronger leg and a weaker leg, you can always make the weaker leg work a little bit harder by shortening. Might be a bit late to tell you that if your weaker leg was the other one. Sorry. Keep going. For 3, and coming back in. Working through that core. 2. Coming back in. Last one. Holding it out straight, and we're lifting and lowering. Reaching down towards the ground. Raising up towards the ceiling. Respecting the length of our hamstrings. So you might not go as far as me. Or you might go further. Depends on how flexible you are. But we're controlling all the time through that middle. We're halfway with this one. Down we go. Pulling in through that tummy. Allowing that lift up, controlled. And again, for another 3. And up. 2. Trying to relax around the shoulders. It's a little bit difficult if you're hanging onto a rope or a band. Last one coming up. Down we go to the ground. And then come up to that halfway point. From that halfway point, let's circle out to the side. Down to the ground and up through the middle. And again, out to the side. Down to the ground. And up through the middle. 2 to go this way. Try not to roll over towards that side. So concentrate on the other side, staying down. And then let's reverse it. Down we go to the ground. Out we go to the side. Up to the top. Down we go. Round to the side and up. 2 more. Out we go and up. Last one. Nearly there. Up we come. And then bend that leg in. Just get rid of the band for a moment. Give your knees a bit of a hug up towards you. Just let those hips have a little bit of a stretch out. And then pop them down in line with your pelvis. We'll just have a little shoulder bridge before we go on and do a little bit more tummy work. So you can lose your head support if you want to. Drawing in through your tummy. Peeling up off the mat. Rolling up onto nice wide shoulders. The feet are flat on the ground. And then we sink down through the upper body. Middle of your back. Down to your tailbone. So really try and peel off. Okay, here we go again. Peeling up. Reaching up. And slowly, slowly, slowly coming back down again. 2 more. So we're giving the hip a little bit of a stretch as well at this point. Squeezing through the bottom. Feeling that opening up through the top, stretching the thigh muscles. Down we go. Last one. Drawing up. Pelvic floor. Squeezing up as well. Up into that stretched out position. Bring the arms up. And let's double leg stretch those arms whilst we're in that bridge position. So we're reaching back and to the ceiling. And back. And to the ceiling. One more. Keeping that bridge up. Out back. Coming back up to the ceiling. And then gently, gently, gently lowering yourself back down. And if you just sit up for a moment, we're going to pop the band around underneath our armpit area. Yeah. So if you have it underneath your armpits, and then we're going to lay back down. Because we're going to bring the arms into some of our leg movements as well. So Once you're there, you're in that double leg stretch position with the arms up towards the ceiling. If you've got a shoulder issue, pop your palms facing inwards so your thumbs lead the movement. Sinking down there, we're then going to come into a single tabletop. If you're feeling brave, draw in and come into a double tabletop. I think you Friday guys can all do that. And then from there, we're going to do single leg stretch with the legs, but the opposite arm's going to go back as well. So we're reaching out, coming back in. And again, reach out. Opposite arm and leg goes out. Keep an eye on what's happening through the middle. Reach and back. Reach and back. Keep going if you can. If you're starting to lose it in the back, lower one of the legs down, just do the arms. Last one, like that. And then it's our hip twist, level 5. Knee goes out, arm goes out, opposite arm goes out to the side. Coming back in. Changing over to the other side. Coming back in. Stretch out. Come back in. Out to the side. Come back in. Last 2, keeping control of those tummies. Out we go. Coming back in. Last one. Coming back in. And then lower the legs one at a time. And relax yourself down. Well done, folks. Take the arms out to the side, just below your shoulder, feet and knees together, and let's do a nice hip twist stretch. So knees one way, head goes the other, reaching over, and then drawing in and coming back the other way. Stretching, oh, nice crunch on my back. That's good. Over we go to the other side. Knees glued together, push over through those hips. Come back the other way. Last one each side. And then we're going to go over onto our sides. So, release your band from underneath you. Okay, we're going to go over onto our sides. Pop the band around the top foot. You can use your big pillow now to support your neck because your arms might not reach down to be able to hold as well. And from there, stack yourself up. Shoulders, knees, hips. Drawing in through your tummy. Straighten out that leg. It's nice and long and low. Lifting it up to hips height. Still try and get that lift underneath the waist area. Yeah. From there, we're side kicking at a level 1.5. Kicking forward, gliding back. And again, kicking forwards, gliding back, pushing that heel back. Try not to arch through the back, so don't go back too far. Find that the band's a bit of a problem. You can always do the same without the band. Kicking forward, gliding back. 2 to go at this level. Forward and back. Last one. Forward and back. And then bend that knee, lower the leg down for a moment. Stretch both legs out. Lift that top leg up to hip height. Still holding on to that band. And we're side kicking level 2. Reaching forwards, gliding back. Drawing in through those tummies. Forwards and back. Keep going. Reach and back. 3 to go. Concentrate on trying not to wobble. 2 and back. Last one. Here we go. Forwards, coming back, and then gently lower that leg down. Relax the arm. Bring it to your side. Let's do a torpedo stretch over. Reaching and coming back. And again, stretching over and coming back. 2 more. Giving the leg a little bit of a rest. And back. Last one coming up. Over we go. Back we come. And then we're going to find that rope again. Bring that leg up to hip height. Now we're going to lift and lower and do a little circle movement as well. If you're too wobbly, then that underneath leg, okay? But from there, let's lift and lower to start with, trying to keep the foot parallel to the floor. And down. Lift up. And lower down. Up we go. We're halfway with the lift and lowers. Trying to keep the body nice and straight. Don't sink through the waist. So don't go up too high. Last one coming up. Lifting up. And lower back down. Now, up to hip height. Little circle, kicking forwards, up and around. For 3, 2. Last one. And then reverse. So backwards first, up to the sky, round and down. Try and stay nice and safe, drawing in through that core to stabilize you. Last one. And lower back down. Well done, folks. Let's go and do all that on the other side. So have a little flip over. Hopefully we're all surviving. We'll pop that band onto that top foot. Stack ourselves up, shoulders on shoulders, hips on hips, knees on knees. With our knees bent up to start with. So we're starting off with that level 1.5, remember. So once you've settled into your position, holding on to that band. If you want to, as I say, if the bands get a bit too faffy, just go without them. Squeeze and stretch out if you're using them. And then hip height only. Have a little kick forwards. Squeeze back down. Trying to get that little lift underneath the waist. Forwards we go. Pushing back, squeezing through the bottom. Forwards and back. 3 to go. And back. 2. Squeeze back. Keeping tight through that core. Last one. Coming back. And then bend that knee, gently lower it down. Let it have a little rest. Stretch both legs out. Balance on that little plank of wood. Let's do our level 2. So we lift up to hip height. And we're scooting forwards and gliding back. You can always pop that hand on the floor to give yourself a little bit more stability if you need to. Squeezing away. Only kick as far as you can control. Keeping it at hip height, drawing in through the waist. I just lost mine a little bit. We had to draw it in again. 2 more. And back. Last one. Coming forward. Gliding back. Lower that leg down. Let's let the legs have a little rest. Top arm. Into our torpedo over. Big old stretch. And come back over. And again. Stretching over. And coming back down. Reach. And back down. One more for luck. Over we go. Coming back down. Rest there. So we've got our leg lifts and our little circles to go. So if you're holding onto that rope or going without, depending on what you want to do, we then draw in through the waist, pull in through the tummy, bring that leg up to hip height, and we start off with our leg lifts, side lifts. Up we go, down we go. So our lift and lowers. Reaching up towards the sky and back down, keeping the foot parallel. If you point with your toes, you end up going to be able to go miles. We want to keep it focused on that bottom. So keep the foot parallel, squeeze through the bottom. You'll get more bottom working if you're leading with that heel. 2 more. Last one. Up we come, down we go, and then it's our circle. So let's kick forward to start with, up and around. For 3, and back. 2, and last one. And then back we go, other way. Round to the front. Have a little check on those waists. Make sure they're trying to lift off the mat. Last one coming up. Round we go. And rest there. Lower that leg down. Should we have a little roll over onto our backs and stretch out our hips? Okay, so over onto your back. Let's start with our hamstrings while we've got a rope handy. Bring one knee up towards you and then stretch it up towards the ceiling. Reaching away. You can slide that other leg down if you want to. Okay, holding it there. Stretching it away. Up we go. Deep breath in. On the breath out, relax and try and stretch just that little bit more. 3, 2, 1, and then gently bring that leg down. Let's go over to the other leg. Little stretch of the hip in to start with, and then reach away. Stretching up right from the back of the heel down to your bottom. Slide the other leg if you want to, anchoring that pelvis down. Feeling that length. Reach that distance between the heel and bottom. Make it as much as you can. Deep breath in. Breath out. And stretch. 3, 2, 1. Gently bring that leg down. Cast aside your rope. It's done for the day. Pop one foot over the other knee. Let that knee drift out to the side. And let's come up and do our bottom stretch. Feeling it through our glutes. Squeezing away. Let the knee drop out to the side. If you can and if you want to, bring that other leg up. As long as you're feeling it around that bottom. Holding it there for 3, 2, 1. Gently, gently lower down. Changing over to the other leg. Let the knee drop out to the side. Coming up. Giving us a big stretch in. Hold in there. You can pop a little bit of weight towards one side if you want to. Squeezing away. For 3, 2, 1. Gently lower down. And let's go over onto our tummies to finish off. Stretching out through those hips. So just have a little relax down to start with. Arms can go wherever you want them to. We're going to do our one leg kicks to start with. So we're going to do a little heel lead, toe lead, heel lead with a little bend of that knee. So it's a bend the knee and the heel, toe, heel. So it says little bounces at the top of the movement. Trying to multitask as well by working the ankle. Heel, point, heel and down. Loosening those legs off, working the hamstrings. Heel, toe, heel, down. 2 to go. Last one. And then let those legs rest down. Come up into that sort of supported position like a sphinx. Have the elbows slightly in front of your shoulders. And from there, drawing in through your tummy. What you should feel is that you shift the weight from your tummy towards the tops of your thighs. We're lengthening through that lower back. And then rest back down, sink through your shoulders. So don't go all the way down yet. So it's like our swan dive position. Lift up through the shoulders, drawing through the tummy. Straightening out that lower back. And roll back down. Good stuff. With the next one, we're going to add the one leg kicks into it. So gently draw up and then do a heel, toe, heel and down. What you'll find is you don't kick quite as far. So drawing in, heel, toe, heel and down. Check your drawing in before you do each one. Heel, toe, heel and down. It's quite a tricky little one. Let's do one more on each leg. Drawing in, heel, toe, heel and down. Rest yourself right the way down. Bring that one of your feet up towards your bottom. Let's stretch out those quads because we've worked them quite hard today as well. So heel to bottom. Pulling that leg in. You can use your sock. You can use your strap. Your arms aren't long enough. Or your knee not quite as flexible. But try and feel it across the front of that thigh. Holding it there for 3, 2, 1. Gently lower down. Let's change to the other side. And again, you might notice one side's tighter than the other. Holding it there. You can bring your knees together if you're getting to your bottom easily. You can draw in through your tummy as well if you're getting there easily, and you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch. Holding it there for 3, 2, 1. Gently rest it down. Pop your hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up. And let's have a little stretch back into a sort of child pose or shell stretch. Dive on our toes. I don't think we can, so we won't try it. That's one to try when I'm at load. Down we go, heels down, dolphin dive. Come back up. Big stretch round and calf stretch time. So wherever you want to do them, one leg forward, one leg back. Make sure that back foot, she says wobbling, is pointing forwards. So we're feeling it through that calf. Whilst we're there, the arm by the back leg comes up and we have a little lean over. 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm back and let's change over to the other side. So place those toes down, heels down, lunging forwards. Feel it through that back calf and the front of the hip. Back leg arm goes up. Once you've got your balance, and have a little lean over. I find what I do is I sort of push myself over one way with my lower hand as I reach up with the other hand, just to keep myself in the middle. 3, 2, 1, come back up. Little shake out. Nearly done. So, deep breath in. Arms up to the ceiling. Breath out. Lower the shoulders. Breath in. Breath out. Chin on chest, rolling down. Lower the arms down to the floor. Peel yourself down as tight as you can into your thighs. Really stretch through those backs. Take a deep breath in. On the breath out, go a little bit deeper. Hopefully you're going further than you did at the start. And then slowly, slowly roll yourself back up. Opening out the shoulders, drawing in through your tummy. One more like that. Breath in. Breath out. Lengthen that neck forwards. Lengthen that back. You curl up. Try and get those hips to the ceiling this time as well. Getting that stretch through the back of the legs. 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Peeling up, lengthen through that spine. Feel 6 foot tall, or taller if you're 6 foot to start with. Deep breath in. All the way in. Keep breathing in. And a breath out. Once more, breath in. And a breath out. Well done, folks. Good session. I think next week we'll go down to just doing normal mat work a bit on our tummies. So you've been warned. Get practicing those tummies ready for next week. Bye. YouTube's off.